So these are the moves that I took this morning. First of all, the market broke lower, so it opened lower here, as you can see. The market's had a bit of a rally up yesterday, then it broke lower. Now, what I don't do is I don't trade during the opening range. So this here, I consider this to be my opening range, and I don't want to trade within there. I'm waiting for the market to break out from it before I take a trade. And that happened over here with this momentum move down at about 8:30 this morning. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get in on this trade here at 8:39. The reason being, we just discussed it. There wasn't enough of a pullback there to warrant me taking a look at the trade. Yes, London time. All right, so the market then continued down and then gave us a pullback. Now, without drawing Fibonacci retracements or anything like that, one of the other great things about these moves is that they kind of represent fair value. All right, so if you don't put your fibs on there and you just look at it from a moving average perspective, you want to be taking trades when the market, when the price is between the 25 and the 100. Ideally, you want it between the 25 and the 55 moving average. That's where you really want the market to be. So the market pulled back there. It gave us the opportunity to go short there at 106.32. We place our stop above the highs. All right, so we have our stop at 106.39. In fact, I gave it a little bit more, so I had it at 106.40. And then you look to ride the move for at least 1-to-1. But generally, you wait to look for when momentum fades. And that's something that the Heikin Ashi candles are really quite good for. So whilst the market is moving down like this, where you've got the big body candles, I've got no interest in getting out of the trade. I ended up getting out a little bit further than here. So it was about 106.21 for about 11 pips. Not 11 pips, 11 points, sorry. Trading the DAX here, not the FX. So 11 ticks on the trade, okay? Which represented a slightly positive risk reward. Not, super, but it was a nice enough risk reward. Then the market pulls back again. And with this pullback here, the first opportunity to get short, we don't take. And the reason for that is I'm looking for what I like to term as sort of big-bodied, powerful candles, all right? And that there, we've got a doji candle, a spinning top sort of candle here. Then we've got another candle, which actually didn't close lower, it closed higher. So even though it's showing as being red, this candle closed higher, and therefore I wasn't looking to take the trade. I eventually get the short over here at 906, and you can see the difference in this candle here to the previous one. You can see that this candle here is a nice big body candle. It's got direction, and also it closes lower, which is indicated by the next red candle as opposed to closing higher. So we get in short there and eventually get out towards the lows here. So this one I didn't hold all the way down. It started to mess about a little bit and I got out too early, but that's what the markets do for us sometimes. You can't pick the tops and the bottoms of every single trade. Yes, I do trade the 6 range chart when the opportunity presents itself, but the go-to chart is the 4-tick chart. All right, and if the pullback is getting a little bit too much, then I'll look to the 6 range chart. All right. So the next opportunity is this one here to get short. Now, we don't get involved with this opportunity. The reason being, if you take a look at this, the pullback here is as big as this previous momentum move here, right? Now, that tells us something. Now, if you're a retail trader that loses money a lot, you're probably making this mistake. You want to get involved in every single trade. So anything that half resembles an opportunity, you'll take it. But the problem is here is that actually we've got a pullback that is way, way, way too much. So this pullback is the equivalent to this previous momentum move here. Remember, we want to be taking trades with the rest of the market. Now, the thing that indicates that we're with the rest of the market is lower lows are being broken here and highs are not being broken to the upside. And that's what happens here. So therefore, that sort of takes that particular trade off the table. We'll then go into some congestion, and don't get involved in any of this here because it's just awful price action. Then we get an opportunity to get long at 957. This opportunity is not a good opportunity. Why? I mentioned it just now. Why would you not take this particular long here? Look at this move. See who's awake and who's paying attention. And whilst you're doing that, not between the SMA, it's actually the EMA, sorry, but yes, exactly. Whilst we're doing that, I'm just going to come up to present day because the market is pulling back. I do not want to miss the trade, all right? So after a move like that, the four range doesn't represent such a great opportunity unless it pulls back more. So I'm going to have an eye on both the 6 and the 4 range to see how it reacts. What we don't want is loads of choppy little price action here because that doesn't represent great value. Okay, I'm not getting involved in this particular trade here because there isn't really enough of a pullback from my personal perspective, all right? You can see a sort of sideways there. So we're going to wait. So when you look at this move here, you can see that we're really at the lows of this particular move. And we don't want to be trading at the lows. Because if I show you the other trades I've taken this morning, just while we wait for that to set up, you'll notice that I take them after quite a significant sort of pullback. So you look at this one here. I was in and out of this particular position before we even got to the highs because I got more than my 1-to-1 there. All right. And the market didn't need to do anything special. So that was the other setup of this morning. I didn't get involved in this one here. Why would I not get involved in that particular opportunity here? This buy here, why would I not get involved in that?